One of the most obvious answers when it comes to criminal justice reform, in my mind, is drug legalization. Legalize, tax, and regulate is the mantra I've heard repeated dozens of times. But why pursue that goal? The most significant advantages include unadulterated safer products, reducing youth stigma, and creating tax revenues for addiction support. Perhaps most importantly, though, is that this would dismantle the black market, or at least has the potential to. In this fantasy, we've been given the keys to the kingdom. There are laws in the books that allow us to build our utopia in any way we see fit. But how do we build a system that supports our goals? The pricing of drugs is very important. According to a chart I found on Statistica.com, California weed is more expensive than other recreational states like Washington, Oregon, and Colorado. In this Bloomberg article from 2018, the black market for cannabis actually increased in California after legalization. After we factor in drugs that are far more potent by weight than cannabis, we have to keep in mind that other countries have a much easier time producing these drugs much more cheaply, and they can just be trafficked into the US. In short, we have to keep the drugs cheap. The next question is, where do we sell them? We could follow the model of current weed stores that look like a place where you would get the next iPhone. My problem with that is that the people working those counters are not very informed about even weed. We could expand the role of pharmacies, where everything behind the counter is available without a prescription, and this way the buyer would be able to have a more informed purchase. As fun as it is to imagine those types of scenarios, though, in the year 2024, it's more likely that we'll see more sales online. The final consideration I raise is a lot more controversial. I want to get into the heart of the mantra, legalize all drugs. What do we mean by all drugs? Do we literally let a capitalist system sell any drug that has any remote recreational potential? Because much like the black market, the incentives for profit will again be dictated by what is most potent versus the production cost. Perhaps we consider a more limited market, where only certain drugs chosen of each class are available for sale. For example, hydromorphone is available for sale, but not remifentanil. I'm all for the idea of my body, my choice, but should we allow the sale of non-recreational medications like testosterone, antibiotics, chemotherapy agents, insulins? The idea of legalizing all drugs stems from a libertarian notion that promotes bodily autonomy over all else. It's a good starting point intellectually, but it's clear we have some hard decisions to make about our future.